So when I got the news from the doctor at midnight, I woke me up into my sleep, my cell phone. So I got that call. So that call is an experience I have under my belt. I didn't know what to make of it. She prepared me for the worst. She's very professional, and she didn't say one thing or another, and I know that's part of her job. And when I got off the phone, I just knelt down by my bed, and I didn't say a fucking word, but I spoke to God using my emotions and my intentions. And when I got up, the most amazing thing ever freaking happened in my life. I felt the words, "Thy will be done." I didn't say them, but I felt them to the very innermost being of my soul, and I was at peace. As crazy as that sounds, and I slept. I went back to sleep. I woke up and I realized I had a mission like never before, and I knew I was all for it. I knew I was going to do whatever was needed, but I didn't know what to do. So my brother, he's 5 years older than me, he grounded me really quickly. He said, "All right, I'm glad that you're willing because now you have a task." I consider myself a leader, but I needed leadership at that point, and that's exactly what my older brother provided. So I just had to fall in line and follow what he said, because what he was saying made absolute sense. My mom, who's 76, she needed to be protected now. We needed to start thinking in steps. We needed to shut it down for 2 weeks straight, stay in the house, get the Lysol wipes, clean everything. And, it went from inner peace to, oh shit, okay, I have a duty. And I have an objective. Let's get started. I went to 4 different grocery stores and no Lysol wipes. But undaunted, I just kept at it. I knew I was going to find it somewhere. Hey, jeez. And then, like a miracle, my cousin, who's a pastor, called for me to have a talk with her and her mom, my Aunt Cecilia. And when I told them what I was going through and I was trying to find these Lysol wipes, she's like, "Hey, we have Lysol wipes." And it was a miracle found me. And that was the second domino that fell. From there, I was 15 minutes from her house. I grabbed the Lysol wipes, started taking the necessary steps. I was at peace with every single outcome that could have possibly arisen from this. And so I was acting from a different place. And my family, my extended family, all my cousins, they just started pooling in resources like nothing I've ever seen. Like the outpouring of love and willingness to help. Like I saw this thing on Facebook about how 3,000 registered nurses came out of retirement amidst this crisis, and it made me think of the Autobots, and I got this little feeling in my stomach where it's like the call went out, and these retired nurses came on, and it's like, yeah, let's go, and that felt nice. But the reality, to have your extended family, to have basically people from 5-6 different continents, hundreds of people praying for my dad of 78, like the outpouring of love was very reassuring. None of us knew which way it was going to go, and none of us knew how it was going to end, but we all knew what was in our heart. From there, we had a breakthrough. We did our due diligence. We took care of what was under our control, and then let's see if I can't figure out who was to have helped out from there. Oh, yeah, okay. So then from there, there was a breakthrough. My dad himself called our house. We heard he was getting better and they were going to try and take him off the ventilation. Thanks, buddy. And what ended up happening was he called himself, my dad, on the phone. And he said, "Mom, is that you?" She said, "Yeah." He's like, "Are you okay?" She said, "Yeah." She asked, "Are you okay?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Is Dave okay?" That's me. And she said, "Yeah." And it was, the greatest relief possible, because the darkest nights contain the brightest mornings. So instantly, relief and all that good intention and all that prayer was manifested. And I don't know why God chose to turn our pain into joy so quickly. I'm glad he did. I've been very patient with a lot of things, so I was willing to tough out 2-week quarantine with me and my mom, and my dad was going to be happy at how we handled it. I didn't know if he was going to be physically with us or not, but I knew he'd be happy at how we handled it, how we pooled our resources, and how we came together. And I think I think what I realized was that tough guys don't want you to worry about them. Hard asses don't want you to worry about them. If I got 41 more years from today, making me 78, I would not want my family to worry one bit. I'd want them to do exactly what my family did, and that's pool your resources, because I have many blind spots when it comes to life experience. But I know what's in my heart, and I've been in the gym every day for the last 365 days minimum. So my body carried me and my faith carried me when my abilities and my life experience bottomed out. But my family's outpouring, the direction I was willing to take, or the orders I was willing to follow, and the direction I was willing to take, and the outpouring of love made this possible. And that's a miracle in itself. And then the breakthrough is just, I assure you, dominoes don't know good from bad. You do the right things, the dominoes will go that way. And, you know, that's just life. So don't ever think the dominoes only go one way. And when one minute, the greatest joys follow the greatest pain. So my dad called us maybe 5-6 times today. I was joking with them. I was like, you remember that thing I said? The first thing he said to me is, I didn't think I'd ever talk to you again. And that's the God's honest truth. And when I knelt down by my bed after I got the phone call, I didn't think I'd ever talk to him again. And the fact that 72 hours later, I'm joking with him, making jokes about how I'm going to put him on a fucking crazy diet. He's never having, real butter ever again. And, he's going to walk and eat vegetables forever. It's crazy, man. Like, the intentions I felt when I was kneeling on my bed, to have them answered at such a quick turnaround when your whole world collapses within 96 hours, and then 72 hours from right now, because he came back COVID-19 negative, I'm going back to work. I was ready to grind out. This is a nice house, but I was willing to grind out 14 straight days with just me and my mom, proud of how we were handling it, whether my dad was with us physically or not. So to be standing where I am 96 hours later, going back to work Monday, like, what the shit was that? That was the craziest whirlwind. But I'll tell you, it's a second chance, and second chances are fucking rare. I'm not taking anything for granted anymore. I'm going to go after every single one of my dreams, because what I realize is that my physical body can take you to certain places, and it can sustain you, and it can make a certain quality of life, and that's great. But what's inside our minds, what's inside our brains, when we come to terms with what we don't think we can do, like, I really think I may have an idea that could make more money, change more lives than me being present could ever do. Like, the whirlwind that we've all been through over the last week could really help the world. Just to show them that, come pool your resources, man. My dad's 78. He's a little hard ass, but he wouldn't want us to worry, man. Nobody who sacrificed their whole life, came from some grimy third world country, would want you to worry about they'd say, hey, get your shit together. That's what I want. And, as much as we have all these legal, what to do with my body, what to do with my money, I think how you handle those crises is what would make that person's, I think that's where they would want us to focus. And that gave me solace, because 41 years from now, don't cry for me. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I have my time, whatever, you know what I mean? But, the relief of knowing that my family's going about it together would be like, hey, man, I don't give a fuck what happens to my body.